So what's up, guys? It's time to learn a little bit of history and details about my BMW E36 M3. Okay, this is my third time recording this video, so I'll try to make it as brief as possible. All the other times have been 15 minutes or over, and my average watch time is 3 minutes, so I got 3 minutes to keep you guys' attention. So I'll just give you a little bit of details about the car. The car, I bought it roughly 10-11 years ago, 72,000 miles, Avis Blue Metallic, completely stock. I ended up wrecking that car, ended up buying it back from the insurance company, and rebuilding it, so the car is paid off and whatever. So the car is still predominantly stock. The car was a weekend warrior. I just drove it, very rare. I had my black E36 M3, the automatic, just as my grocery getter and my daily driver beater. And one day when I was driving it, I ended up bending 7 exhaust valves on the head. Had to get the whole head redone. When I did that, I stripped it all apart. I bring the head to the BMW shop. They told me that this isn't like a BMW place. It's actually just a third-party BMW shop. And they told me that the head looked good, that there was no warping in it. So they replaced the valves for me, get everything pretty much good to go. Took the head back and I put the head back on. During that time, I got a lot of parts polished, chromed. I got a header put on all the Turner Motorsport sway bars, the PSS9 suspension. I might have done that beforehand, and a bunch of other little things to get to the car to what it looks like today, other than the wheels. The wheels are new. They can't be no more than 2 years old, 3 years old, 3 years old, I think. So, where all the shit started, the reason why I'm doing all this stuff right now, and the reason why I haven't done anything with it earlier, is because I got a really good friend of mine, and everybody has friends, and you do things for your friends. You can't tell me that you guys haven't done nothing. You might have regretted it afterwards, but in the end, they're probably still your friend. They just, didn't take care of your shit like you were hoping. Well, I lived with this guy, him and his girlfriend, for over 10 years. We moved from Virginia to Arizona together, and he helped me out when I needed some help, and when it came time where he needed some help, I was willing to help him out. Unfortunately, it was my car. Now, my car is my pride and joy. Spent a lot of money on that thing, and the last thing I like to do is think of anybody else driving that thing except for me, because I know everything that could go wrong with it. I know all the little quirks of all the aftermarket stuff I've done to it, whatever, and people just aren't going to take care of your shit like you do. That's why I like to do all the work myself. Even when I got the last oil change on this thing done, I bring it to the BMW shop, and they gave it like 3/4 of a quart low. Come on. So I had to drive all the way back down there to get my freaking oil. Anyways, well, he kept calling me, and every time he called me, it was something fucked up about the car. Whether it was the seat went bad, two of the wheels, kept losing air, so I had to replace the wheels, and his girlfriend running into it, and, the window, doesn't, the passenger side window doesn't roll up anymore, something's wrong with it, and the last time he called me was to tell me that the engine was overheating, and the car is not holding water. Now, during that time, and this is what I want to explain here, during that time I had switched jobs, and now I was traveling. I wasn't home. My E46 is in the garage, my E36 is in the garage. That's why I figured, okay, I didn't want to let him use the E46, there's no way. So I let him use the E36. So I'm out of business, and when he calls me, it's about a week before I'm scheduled to actually move the car, ship the car on a trailer from Arizona to New York. Alright, so when he's trying to tell me that the thing is overheating, I'm telling him, hey, don't drive it as much as possible. But he's still driving it, he's still overheating it, and whatever. I flew in on a Friday night. I got in about 11 o'clock at night. The guys are coming to pick the car up on Saturday. Now, I've already bought a radiator, because what I thought it was the plastic. If you look at the BMW radiators, they come plastic on the sides, and they crack and they break, and you know, you can lose coolant all the time, and your car could overheat. It's been a known problem. That's why I went with the aluminum radiator. So beforehand, I had bought the aluminum radiator, and I think maybe a new thermostat. I'm not quite sure what else I bought for it. But I had all the parts waiting there for when I got back in town. I was ready to do the work. All right. So when he dropped it off on Friday night, the trailer's coming on Saturday to pick it up. Here's the catch. The trailer will not pick up the car unless it's in good running condition. You know, at least it's running. Let's just say that. Not good at running condition. Running. Well, when he dropped it off, the car was running. He stopped it, and then the car wasn't running anymore. Now, because we tried to start it back up, and it wouldn't start. Now, I know that he probably just expanded, you know, the pistons and the block and whatever else, you know. Metal expands and contracts under heat stress. We all know that. And so I left it alone. I got up in the morning. I changed the radiator. And as I'm pouring antifreeze into the radiator, here comes the trailer. And I'm like, fuck, they're an hour early. So I didn't have really a chance to check out anything else. I had to load the car up. I didn't even get a chance to leak check or check for any leaks on the radiator work I did. And then I noticed when he's loading it onto the trailer, I'm leaking coolant. And I'm like, fuck. You know, but I'm looking at it and it doesn't look like it's coming from the radiator. Obviously, it's a brand new radiator. You know, it's not coming from the hose. Couldn't tell where it was coming from at the time. So what I did is I started it, put it on a trailer, and then 2 weeks later I was able to start it again. The battery died, but the guy had a jumper cables. He said it's pretty standard, you know, cars die when in their warehouse and stuff. And he brings it, so we drive it back down, but I don't see any leaking coolant this time. So while the car is still running, because it's not really hot, you know, it's just pulling it off the trailer, I open up the coolant reservoir, and I pull some water in there, and I let it heat up, pressurize and heat up. And I can see that there's a crack in the reservoir tank for where he's overheated it. It's expanded and snapped and broke. It's just a hairline crack, but, you know, once it starts really heating up, it just starts spewing out. So I ordered a new one, and I put that one in, and that's what's in there today. Today, the coolant is not leaking. And I never started the car because the car wouldn't start. So this is a problem where the car's not starting now. So now I have to get the car from the apartment to the new house that I'm at. So I got to get this thing going. My neighbor was able to help me jump start the car. I was able to get it going. It ran like shit. I drove it to the house, and that's where it stayed. And that's where it's been until just recently the other day when I started working on it. I did try to start it up about a year ago, and it wouldn't start again. You know, it wouldn't, like, you know, like you would get a little bit, you know, maybe try to start. It's not even doing that. It's just turning over, not doing shit, draining the battery. So that battery did end up draining because I was too lazy to take it out. The winter came, battery was dead. I took it back to AutoZone, got me a new battery, and that's the one that you saw right there. So that one's never been used, never been put in the car. Yesterday was the first day, or the day before, something like that. So now I have a brand new battery, and I decided, okay, since I know that water gets inside the spark plug holes, let me clean all that up, new spark plugs, new ignition coils, and maybe we can get this thing going. And, you know, when the two guys were knocking me about the compression test, you know, that I was doing it incorrectly, I really didn't have a choice. I wasn't even going to do a compression check. I was just going to put the spark plugs and the ignition coils in and just go with it. I know you're supposed to do it warm. I know you're supposed to have the throttle down. I know you're supposed to do this, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Not a big deal. Okay? I was just doing a quick baseline check. I just wanted to see what it was. And, you know, I could clearly see that 4, 5, and 6 were low, but still had pressure, which is decent. The last time I did this, when I blew the head, 5 and 6 had nothing, you know, and I did that hot. Right after I blew it, I was able to limp it back to the house and do the compression check right then and there, and it was 0. So I knew that there was just definitely something blown. And so this one, you know, I'm getting something. So this is what I'm figuring. I was figuring, okay, I did a baseline check, no problem. At work, when we do leak checks, we do it cold and we do it hot. So I've done it cold. Now, today I just did it hot. And what I was hoping is that me running the car, once I got it going, that all the valve seals and guides and all that stuff were getting all lubricated like normal, and everything would be back to normal, and I could compression check it, and things will come out pretty good. And with all the crud and everything down inside the spark plug hole, I figured maybe I wasn't getting a good seal on the actual compression tester itself, possibly. I can't see down in there, you know. So I got all that cleaned up and everything else, and today obviously I did the air filter. I started up, got it nice and hot and going and stuff like that, and the compression was good across all cylinders. So I would just want to give you guys a quick update on what I was doing with the car, the details, a little bit of history, because when I need some advice on it, I need you guys to know exactly what's been done to the car. You know, there are a couple comments from the two assholes. You know, they acted like that they were just professionals and knew all the history of my car, and they didn't know anything. You know, and so I really kind of wanted to put that out there and kind of tell you guys, this is what's going on with the car. This is what's been done to the car, and this is, you know, what I'm going to do to try to get it going. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief history and detailed description. So that way, when it comes to professional advice, and they're asking me this question, you refer to my videos and you can understand, you know, what's going on. So that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. The car is actually running spectacular. So check out the videos I got coming on that one. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Said, if you're going to be negative about the comments, bring that stuff somewhere else. You know what I mean? I'm a positive person. And I don't need trolls on my channel. I understand you put yourself out there, you're gonna get them. It's blatant that even when I'm on the forums, they really beat me up about my videos. You know, for some reason, they just hate my videos. They hate the sound of my voice, and that's cool. You know, not a big deal. You know, the videos aren't for everyone, I guess. But I just want to give you guys a little bit of, you know, information on what's going on with the car. And I thank you as always for watching. And until next time, see you later.